it's a pleasure to serve you. Another one. For a long while now, Arbortia's children have been going missing. Only once a lot of time had passed did anyone realize the problem was the forest nearby. I'm ashamed to admit it as a newsmonger, but I don't recall those names you mentioned. There's still a lot I have yet to learn. A word of advice. If you have children, watch them like a hawk and don't let them wander into Windspur Forest. While no one's ever seen it, there must be a monster lurking in there. One that preys only on children. The Altar of Germination is one of the 3 altars built by the Wood Elves. Supposedly, it was there 1,000 years ago. Are you going to the Altar of Germination? You must traverse the Windspur Forest to reach it, but I'd advise against it. Adults don't disappear in the forest. They die in the forest. The Windspur Forest is dangerous because of the powerful Sylvan Furies. And the Windspur Forest is dangerous because of its close proximity to the Altar of Germination. The Altar of Germination is even more dangerous than the Windspur Forest. Many consider the Altar of Germination to be the crux of the forest's corruption. It's been abandoned for hundreds of years, so I'd reckon only those eon-aged wood elf freaks would know what to do with it. Still, there is a legend. Supposedly, the Wood Elves built 3 altars to signify different stages of their lives. Germination means the beginning. That is the question. Well, have you seen the monsters in the forest? The Sylvan Furies? Do you notice that those monsters bear a certain resemblance to a particular race? Ah, perceptive indeed, my friend. As you can plainly see, the forest's corruption must be related to the Wood Elves. They bring ill fortune to the forest, yet adamantly refuse to admit it. That is why no one in Arbortia likes Wood Elves. If there was someone who claimed to like them, it must be because they're out of their minds. About that boy you're searching for, I just remembered something. About 10 or so days ago, a boy of about 7 or 8 years old came to me with a bag of dirty coins. He asked me to investigate the disappearance of his big sister. Was he called Woodar? Can't recall. But it could be that one kid. He who used to do odd jobs at the Arbortia Inn. So perhaps you should stop by. And will you look for him? Look for the child. The boy paid me. But in a word, the child's reward is yours. Good luck.
At the inn where Woodar does odd jobs, you come across a diary. The handwriting is skewed and wonky, as if written by a child.
Here to look for Woodar, the nimble child with sticky fingers. It's been a long while since I last saw him. Probably got swallowed up by that sinister forest. If you stay in Arbatia for a long while, you'll have this kind of foreboding yourself. Not to mention, I know that Woodar had always wanted to venture into Windspur Forest. Indeed. Folks here even made up a slew of frightening nursery rhymes just to discourage children from wandering into it. But in Woodar's case, it was a perfect lead, a clue to finding his sister. Woodar believed his sister was snatched by monsters in Windspur Forest. He was always going on about finding his sister in there. As such, the folks here didn't like him much, and he had no friends to speak of. But recently, it looked like Woodar made a new friend. I can't recall which day it was, but he looked so happy. Said he was going on an adventure with his friend. He sold me the milk he'd been saving for weeks. It'd be good just to see him again. I haven't told him the milk was sour.
Having investigated Arbor Tea, it dawns on you that both the missing wood elf child, Andel, and the missing human child, Woodar, seem to have come together at a single point: the Windspur Forest.